summer projects. You have to take care of your stuff, otherwise you won't have it very long, right? Yeah, we have the excuse me, Jimmy. We have the Navion, which I got set an appointment for brake work, which is not going to be cheap. We're dreading that. And before we do that, I have to make sure it starts and everything, and I think the back tires are low again. Need to have that looked at. This is our flower garden. We have vegetables starting to sprout. Already tasted a bean from our garden. It was so good, so fresh. I don't see anything now, but I see we have I think that's tomatoes starting to crawl up the rod we put in here. Guess I'll water a little. Time lapse, I got the Freewell wide angle adapter and I put it on, so we're seeing how it does. Our neighbor is getting their daily Amazon delivery. Envious? Yes. It's the only form of excitement these days. So this hasn't been started in a while, so we're getting it ready to take it to have brakes worked on next week. And we have watered our veggies. And the missus just came home from work and getting greeted by dogs and children.
You said, hi, Lucan.
So, here goes nothing. Battery's probably dead, I bet. Arrgh. Oh, maybe not. Yes, it is. Don't you know it? Hadn't been started in a while, so gotta charge it. So we'll get that going.
Yes, parents call me. I'm calling them back.
Uh-oh. And Zach is not feeling well these days. Whew, warmish out there. And so far this thing works pretty well. Minimal distortion around the edges. I got to point in the right direction. And this is what the house looks like.
Right.
And go in the kitchen. Another table set and waiting for dinner. I got the charger going now and let it sit for a little while. And the battery should start her right up. I've been having an issue with, I've had 2 campers now, and I have the same issue. Here's the battery. And we're all hooked up. And there's the charge. And the issue is that always somewhere in these things there is some sort of parasitic draw. So if you leave them sit, you got to have a charger on them. Otherwise, something in there, in that RV, will draw down the battery. Whether it's a dome light, a short circuit, or what, I don't know. It's probably the cigarette lighter. But I don't know what the state of the house batteries is, but I wish if it were plugged in, it would just keep the battery charged as well, but I don't know. That's my thinking. Doesn't necessarily mean it's the right thinking, so anyway, we'll top her off and give her a start. In the meantime, with the help of our neighbor across the street, Billy, we got our glass door on that I accidentally shattered with the weed eater way back in, I can't even remember now. But the missus is happy for now. That's all that's important, I guess. It sure didn't go on as easy as it came off, but it's on now, so we can look at the street from inside and not let all the bugs in and the air out. Woo! Alright, let's give her a start, see what happens. Battery should be charged.
Starting.
Started right up. Yep, let it run for a little bit. Purring like a kitten. This tire that we changed last year is kind of like an old man. It's having a hard time staying up. That was pretty inappropriate, I know. I'm gonna go back to the tire sore and deal with it. No, not yet. Okay, thank you. We are at our favorite tire store. Ever since we got the new tires last year, about this time last year in Florida. This one here on the right rear, it doesn't go completely flat, but it goes pretty flat. You let it sit for a while, so we might be planning a trip, so before we go on our next trip, we'll make sure that tire is alright. We have it taken off and inspected. Fixed if there's any leaks.
So the inner one was at about 20 and the outer was at 34, so both of them were pretty low. So every mechanic I was having to look at and see what's causing them to go low on you.
Okay.
They're all right up to 60, so all set for you. Doing pretty good.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Sure. Do you need a guide out or you?
I can do it. I'm to a place I haven't been in a long time. One of the busiest rail junctions in the country, really. Santa Fe Junction Interlocking here in Kansas City, Missouri. And yeah, it hasn't disappointed. Yeah, and I'm the brave, foolish one doing it with kids and dogs who have decided they're too hot, so they're going to sit in the car. But the purpose behind this is to get used to using this camera, which has been sitting at the church for the past couple of months. We just had to get out of the house. It's been a really stressful day. I can give you 3 reasons why. Reason number 1, reason number 2, and reason number 3.
Reason what?
Kids, they're graying whatever hair I have left and making the rest fall out. But back to my hobby. I don't know if this will turn out or not. It's just good for me to practice, and when I need to use it, then I'll know how to use it, because it's not necessarily user friendly. Well, hell, it's dried up here, and I know as soon as I leave it'd be like who kicked over the anthill. So, but we have to go. Time has run out. Oh. Could get some plane watching in though. I spoke too soon. Something's coming. Yep, my battery quit on me on this thing right here, so that has to be our last train of the day. Woo-hoo.